topic for today is dispersion. So we should start with the definition of dispersion. And it is a characteristic of the medium basically. If in a medium, the refractive index of the medium varies with frequency or wavelength of the incident electromagnetic wave, then the medium is said to be dispersive. And the process is called dispersion. And rate at which this changes, this refractive index changes, the rate at which the refractive index changes with the space is called dispersive power. We will concentrate ourselves to dispersion in gases and the theory that is valid for gases is called as Lorentz theory. Before starting the theoretical treatment, some assumptions are to be made. The first assumption is that there is no interaction between the atoms. That means we will consider atom as an isolated particle and there is no interatomic forces acting between various atoms. As the electromagnetic wave passes the electric field of the electromagnetic wave induces a dipole moment. In polarization, the position of electrons is altered while the nucleus remains stationary. Why it is so? कोई रीजन बताएगा? खाली इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की पोजीशन क्यों ऑल्टर होगी? न्यूक्लियस विल रिमेन स्टेशनरी. Why it will be so? बताएगा कोई? बेटा माइक बंद रखिए अपना. देखिए, electrons are lighter particles, so they will be displaced easily, while the nucleus is a very heavy particle. Nucleus will consist of many protons. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एक आइसोलेटेड पार्टिकल है जो कि लाइटर होता है, सो इट इज इजी टू डिस्प्लेस एन इलेक्ट्रॉन. The fourth assumption is that there is a damping which is proportional to the velocity of electron. And the last assumption is that over an atom, the value of the electric field is constant in space. So you know that the electric field vector is given as, here we say that it is constant in space. So that means we can approximate this to be this will be negligible. The space term will be negligible. The equation of motion of the electron this is the equation of motion where gamma 0 is the damping constant or damping coefficient, whatever you say. We'll divide the equation by m. The solution for this equation is a general solution. I am expanding this. जैसा कि we have assumed that the electric field will induce a dipole moment. So the dipole moment induced will be given
सर जो
as,
इक्वेशन लिखी है उसमें सर
हाँ
सर जो इक्वेशन लिखी है उसमें एम ओमेगा स्क्वायर गामा है कि एम ओमेगा स्क्वायर आर है.
R. डैम्पिंग टर्म खाली dr by dt के टर्म में आता है. डैम्पिंग ऑसिलेशंस की इक्वेशन याद कीजिए. डैम्पिंग खाली इसमें आता है टर्म. So the dipole moment will be equal to ER. So this will become E square by M is into e to the power minus sin t. Now this is for a single electron. I have taken the charge of one electron. So this is the dipole moment induced on a single electron. So if there are capital N number of electrons, then this will become The dipole moment multiplied by the number of the electrons will give me what? n into p किसके बराबर होगा? It will be the polarizability. Here we have assumed that all the electrons are of one type only. अब एक टर्म डिफाइन करेंगे एफ जे Fj is the probability that the electrons will have a characteristic frequency denoted by omega 0j and the damping coefficient gamma 0j. In this condition, the polarizability will now become I am reducing it to vector E0 e to the power minus I omega t. I am writing this back as all the j dependent terms have been taken inside the summation, the rest are outside. The electric polarizability alpha is defined as now we will substitute the value of P from the previous equation. We get the value of alpha. The value of epsilon r so we will substitute the value of alpha from this equation. We are substituting alpha from this equation. The refractive index is equal to I am multiplying and dividing this term by 4 pi. The dimensions of this term is of that of frequency, but we are not concerned with it. This is just for your information. 4 pi ne square by m has the dimensions of frequency. So this is the refractive index. Now, the first case is the case where omega tends to 0, and this is the static case. Omega tending to 0, this will happen only when the frequency of the incident wave is small as compared to the natural frequency of electrons. Omega tends to 0. This term will be 0, this will be 0, so the denominator will be second case is when the damping coefficient tends to 0. When there is negligible damping. In that case, omega will be greater than omega 0j. So the refractive index will become only the gamma has been neglected. So what will we see from this? N is real. There is no imaginary part. Will it increase with omega or decrease with omega? ओमेगा बढ़ने से n की वैल्यू कम होगी कि ज्यादा होगी? बताइए.
ज्यादा
कम
होगी।
होगी सर,
So it will
कम होगी अगर सर
increase,
ओमेगा बढ़ेगा तो।
increase with omega. इस कंडीशन को ध्यान में रखिएगा. हाँ, this situation is called normal dispersion. Now omega is nearly equal to omega 0j. This will happen only when all the electrons will have the same frequency. हमने ये assume भी किया है कि all the electrons are having the same frequency. जब हमने यहाँ assumption किया कि all the electrons will have the same frequency, that means the probability will be 1. Fj was the probability that the electron will have the frequency omega 0 j. Now when I am assuming that all the electrons have the frequency omega 0 j, so the probability of having that frequency becomes 1. Binomial expansion. Denominator is a complex quantity. डिनोमिनेटर को रियल करने के लिए क्या करते हैं? वी मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड दिस टर्म बाय द कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट ऑफ दिस. We multiply the numerator and denominator by the complex conjugate of the denominator.
सर सेकंड टर्म दोबारा बता दीजिए, एन कॉन्जुगेट स्क्वायर नहीं हुआ क्या?
एक सेकंड, ये डिनोमिनेटर में जो टर्म है ये कॉम्प्लेक्स
Binomial
रियल है,
term है।
इमेजिनरी है.
तो सर इसमें जो सेकंड सी सी केस सी में सर सेकंड पार्ट लिखा है एन स्टार, स्क्वायर नहीं हुआ
उसमें
गया?
बाइनोमियल थ्योरम अप्लाई कर दिए।
नहीं, बाइनोमियल लगा दिए लेकिन 2 हो
बाइनोमियल
गया.
थ्योरम अप्लाई करके 1/2
ये 2 हो गया.
1/2
ओके ओके सर.
अब हम इसको, सिंस दिस इज अ कॉम्प्लेक्स टर्म, रियल पार्ट n1 है, इमेजिनरी पार्ट n2 है. यही लिख लेते हैं. Now here what we say, that the diffractive index is a complex quantity having one real part and one imaginary part. The real part does what kind of impact does the damping will have on the real part? अच्छा, किस में ज्यादा होगी, पहले में दूसरे में? डैम्पिंग का इफेक्ट रियल पार्ट में ज्यादा होगा, इमेजिनरी पार्ट में ज्यादा होगा?
रियल पार्ट.
इमेजिनरी में डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है, गामा जीरो का टर्म न्यूमरेटर में है. जहां पे ये कॉम्प्लेक्स है रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स, this dispersion is anomalous dispersion. नॉर्मल डिस्पर्जन एनोमलस डिस्पर्जन में यही डिफरेंस है, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स नॉर्मल में रियल है, इन एनोमलस इट इज कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वांटिटी. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when we plot these real imaginary parts with omega, so what we see that the imaginary part will increase, and then at omega 0 it will have the maximum value, and then it will decrease. It will not be infinity here, although there is a singularity due to the damping term. अगर ये damping term ना होता, तो खाली ये term होता, तो at omega 0 it would have been infinite. So gamma 0 will limit it. जब real करेंगे तो initially it will increase. Near omega 0 it will have a fall, और फिर वो gradually increase करेगा. तो इतना जो term increase है, this will resemble the normal dispersion. The normal dispersion was totally real. Effective index was totally real. Here it is complex, but this increase will be similar to the normal dispersion. So this completes